books, audio messages, in previous weeks, videos, and sermons.
Can you speak up a little bit? I don't know if everybody can hear you okay.
Okay, is it better?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So this is the epic. This is the epic, and then so the first item was the featured item.
Internet accessing got I see there's a lot of buffering. We'll be going around the circle and buffering and buffering and buffering. It doesn't together.
So the story for the featured items is, as a visitor, I want to be able to see all featured items on sale when I navigate to the screen. This will communicate the most trendy items on sale so I can make purchases. And then the acceptance criteria. When I clicked on the e-store feature, given I am a visitor, I should be redirected to a fresh page titled as featured items. This new page should be flooded with all featured items such as newly launched books, recorded sermons from previous week, new t-shirts, conference tips, and all trendy items. The featured item screen should have a sub-menu items as below: my account, shop, and then the cart.
Okay, so let us vet this story real quick. Scroll up a little bit for me. Let's look at the story. Okay, so also guys, be getting into this mode as well. Anytime you say as a visitor, I need to see comma over there, right? Okay. I want to be able to see all featured items on sale when I navigate to this screen. Okay, so this will communicate the most trendy. Now, so there is something a little bit wrong here that we need to tweak. Who can help? Kofi here. Yes. Now it is teamwork. I want everybody to speak up what you've learned so far. I know that there's a problem here. From what we've trained ourselves from quality attributes, quality properties of requirements, storage, and all of that. So he says that I'm a visitor, right? I want to be able to see all featured items on sale when I navigate to this screen. Fantastic. And then he comes to another paragraph again. This will communicate the most trendy items on sale so I can make purchases. So, who can sort of, do a wrap of this story for Kofi? Or if Kofi, you've also realized your mistake as well, what do you think the corrected, user story should be now? And you guys should be able to unmute yourself. You guys should be able to unmute yourself, and I want to be able to hear you guys. Yeah, you guys should be able to unmute yourself. And then, so what do you guys think that, it needs to be corrected here in this story? Or maybe an opinion. Go ahead.
Just James. Look, go ahead, Bernice.
I was just thinking the role should be broken down to one. So once he gets to navigate this screen, that could have been enough. And this will communicate the most trendy items to sale. Probably that could have come down into the additional information or the acceptance criteria.
Yes. Okay, great. And who else?
I believe with a story, we are looking at three major things. That's the role, the goal, and benefit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would have gone this way. I would say, as a visitor, I should be able to make a purchase on the church website. I should be able to have the ability to make a purchase on the church website. So it will just be one sentence. And from that one sentence, you can realize we have a role in there, we have a goal, and then we have a
No, no, no.
benefit.
The picture is going to come, but the focus here is on featured items, right? So
Yeah.
the featured items, the idea of featured items, and I know that this is why Kofi has this one over here. Featured items will usually have selected handful items on display at the website, right? When you go to
Yes.
the e-store, right? So this will be a combination of books, magazine, audio tapes, videotapes, and whatnot. These are featured items, right? If
Yes.
the visitor wants to filter and then only see books, they can do that. They can see different categories of items that are listed for sale. But over here, Kofi is just talking about the display of these featured items, right? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what ways can you help him just make sure that this story is, atomic, it is concise, it is complete, and it's straight to the point without unnecessary, so James, you were about saying something as well.
Oh no, yeah, I was just going to take this will communicate the most trendy items on the sale from the whole thing. So I, as a visitor, I want to be able to see all featured items on the church website, so that I can be informed about, so that I can purchase books on the, like.
I will also do the same as well. I will take out this will communicate the most trendy items on. So it's like some additional information or some background to that feature. So I will simply go with what you and Dennis you guys were saying, that as a visitor, I want to be able to see all featured items on sale. I mean, even this one is good enough, right? Even this one is it's short and is descriptive enough. So as a visitor, I want to be able to see all featured items. That is good enough. And then you can say on sale when I navigate to the screen. That is also great. But I will definitely know this will communicate the most trendy items on sale. This is like a whole background to what we call featured items, right? And we don't really need that in there as a story. And then go on to do your expected outcome so that I can make purchases. So ensure that that expected outcome is always so that, right?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's go into the acceptance criteria. So let's look at the acceptance criteria as well. What you got in there? So you say when a visitor go through it, read through the
so when click on the e-store feature, even I am a visitor, I should be redirected to a fresh page titled Featured Items. This new page should be flooded with all featured items such as newly launched books, recorded sermons from previous week, new t-shirts, conference tapes, and all trendy items. The featured items screen should have a sub-menu items as below: My Account, Shop, and then Cart.
Okay. Now, what do you guys think that should be added over here? There are a couple of things missing. You cannot just say newly launched books. Yeah, what does that mean? You recorded sermons from previous week, new T-shirts, conference tapes, and all trendy items. Well, you remember when we were doing an example of the story quality, and then we're saying something like, there will be department of professor's name and their last name and all other additional information. You remember that example of a bad requirement? So
yes, I do.
What do you guys think that we should do over here? Because you cannot say and all additional trendy items and all no. We over here we are very deliberate about specific things. Yeah, so help me guys. Help me guys. What do you guys think we should get in here?
I think with the all trendy items, he could make it standalone and then have sub numbering under it, stating exactly what those trendy items are. Maybe preferably wristbands, pens, customized pens from the churches, all those things, so that we know exactly what the trendy items are.
But even for the trendy items, is that not the same items that have been listed above, like lunch books, recorded sermons from previous week? Is that not the same trendy items, the T-shirt? Is that not the same thing that has been captured above?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, more or less, yes.
So why do we need to have that line again in there?
And that will mean that we have to restructure the whole thing he has. If you're going to do that, then preferably we could have the items as you would like to have it on the website listed in that order without having let's say a phrase to capture so many things at the same time.
Okay. So who else also has an opinion?
Okay, so really taking a look at this, the first thing that really caught my attention was the number one. I believe once he gets to the page, redirecting the page should be number one, and then he could have broken it down to number two. It should be simple. So, sorry. Sorry, guys. So, I'm thinking here that this new page should be flooded with all featured items. Instead of doing the all featured items, it could have been number two. This page, the newly launched book could be number two, number three, number four, and then just keep each item that you want to be on the line, that you want to see on the
page,
the page on a new line, just to make it as simple and descriptive as possible. But we cannot jumbling it all together like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it makes it harder.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. James, you wanted to say something?
No. I mean, Bernie's got it.
Okay. All right. So you can have, like, the contributors, all the contributors have said, you can have just the number one. Is great. If you want to be, you want to talk about what will get displayed over here, then newly launched book should be separate by itself. So number two, this featured will also display books, and then under books, you have to be descriptive enough and tell us what exactly are we displaying. So we'll go have a picture of the book, something that is going to display. We'll have the title of the book, and then we have the price of the book as well, right? So under that is what I will expect that is going to be done. So we have something for sale. It's just like you go to any e-commerce store or any online store. If a book is there, if a book gets displayed on the screen, on the page, what do you see at the thumbnail level? Like, even if you have not clicked on it and then you have not expanded on whatever that is. So if you say about we display books, I will want to see an indented thing that will come under that, and then say it will display a thumbnail picture or something. A picture of the book will be there. It will display the title of the book, maybe the author of the book, the price of the book, something like that will have to be captured. Same thing with the t-shirt and then the recorded sermon or something. There's going to be something about that sermon, who was speaking and who whatnot. I want this to capture that at that level as well, right? So number two, newly books launch display. It will display that, and under that you will have a something that will talk about what exactly will be displayed at the book level. And then number two, previous sermons and other conference tapes and whatever, the same thing. What are we capturing? What is going to be displayed? Remember, this is not just a reading thing. This is what is going to be coded. So as we are developing the page, this is what developers will look at and say, you want this to be displayed. So they will make, they will think about this, what you have over here, to ensure that it is captured properly on the screen as well. So all the things you're saying over here, they are great, but what exactly is coming under that? Okay, all right. And then moving away from that, beyond that, let's see my account. So my account, what exactly is going to be displayed at my account as well?
Okay.
Right. So we need that as well. What exactly is going to be displayed at my account? and then shop, what is going to be displayed at the shop, and then the cart, what's going to be displayed at the cart as well. We need that information, right? We need that information. So don't just list it just like this, lunch books, t-shirt, conference tapes. No. We need more details beyond this.
Okay. I think I have.
I hope the rest of you what I've said makes sense to you guys as well.
Yes, it
No,
does.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So could we go ahead with the rest of your
So.
Okay, so you have a separate story for my account.
Yes.
Mm.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So my account, the story. As a visitor, I want to be able to register to secure a valid account. This will help provide my details and have paid items delivered to my address. That's the story. And then their acceptance criteria. The feature must be accessible to all as a sub menu item on the featured items screen. Given that a visitor clicks on it, the visitor should be greeted with a new screen that communicates enter username.
So even before you go into another criteria, you know that your story, you'll have to correct certain things, right? All right.
Yes, from the previous explanation.
Okay. Yeah, because your story must follow the structure that we have, and not only that, it must also adhere to certain quality properties and certain principles. And so far, I see that yeah, go ahead. So so far I see that even some true quality stuff are missing from the story up there. Oh, I mean, yeah, the expected outcome is missing. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So, given that the criteria 2, given that a visitor clicks on it, the visitor should be greeted with a new screen that communicates enter username and password in 2 separate boxes or fields. There should also be a login button in order to get logged in.
Darling, those guys detailed.
Come again, please. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Somebody was saying something. Jeffrey, you were saying something?
Okay. There should also be a login button in order to get logged in. When on this screen, there must also be a register button for new users. Given a user or visitor clicks on the register button, there must be a new dialog box which will require the following. Name, it's supposed to be first name, it's typo. First name, middle, and then last name, where middle name is optional. Email address, city, state, country, residential address, password must be at least 8 characters, must be alphanumeric and should include at least 1 symbol. And I listed some of the symbols here. The email address automatically becomes the username. There must be a hyper terms and condition writing in blue, which details the terms and conditions when clicked. This should have an agreed checkbox at the bottom to be checked by visitors. This is a compulsory task and visitors must be prompted when they ignore this step in the registration process. Finally, there should be a register button underneath the terms and condition box, where when clicked, verifies the registration process for the account to be created. Given a visitor has an already existing account, the visitor will proceed to log in from this screen and get access to each store in order to shop. So, these are the acceptance criteria for the My Account.
Okay.
And then we get to the shop. As a visitor, I want to be able to scan through items available in the shop, select and supposed to be make purchases conveniently.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an issue here too. This will help save time associated with being in the shop in person to make purchases. And then the acceptance criteria. This must be accessible by all visitors, given a visitor has been able to. This must be accessible by all visitors. Given a visitor has been able to click from amongst the list of items on the sub menu on the featured item screen. Visitors should be able to select multiple items at the same time. There should be no limit to the number of items to be selected by a user when shopping.
So by the feature here as shop, what does that mean? Because when you click on the e-store, you're already in the shopping area, right? So
yes,
when you say shop over here, what does that mean? Like
okay, so from the I was actually trying to make a reference to the featured items, as in visitors should be able to shop from the featured items area as well. Because this is a shop on its own. This is a shop on its own. But then the point I was trying to make was that even from the featured items screen, you should be able to shop as well. I may have to rephrase it, but that was what I was trying to put across.
Okay, you could continue. If you were saying that, you know, shop by shop, it means here that there will be features on that, you know, by the side of that item that will say add to cart or pay now or something like that, or maybe, you know, check out or something like that. Then it makes sense to me, because already the essence of the e-store, it is not for information, it's for shopping, right? So when somebody navigates to the e-store, the idea is to purchase. So if it has been the functionality of that, this story should have focused, or it has been, you can, you know, repurpose it. You can repurpose the story to address maybe a checkout functionality, or maybe add to cart, or maybe add to your wish list or something like that, right? So maybe you've seen this, you know, you still something. Okay, so you still, you know, browsing, you've seen a book you like, you know, you can have a wish list type of feature that, you know, that means you can add it to your favorites, or you can add to your wish list, so that you can revisit your wish list, all your items in your wish list, and then maybe, you know, go ahead and then proceed, you know, to check out. You can do so. I mean, you can repurpose it. It's all up to you, right? It's all up to you.
Okay.
But when I say shop, for me, shop is a general, you know, like in the context that, you know, we are in the situation that we are in right now. We already in the shopping space. The e-store functionality is a shopping, you know, space, right?
Yes.
But, you know, for whatever reason that you put this there, you can also share with us, and then also continue with your sentence criteria.
Oh, okay. I may have to get back on that, but if I can continue and then revisit that.
Okay.
One more time. Yeah. So the third one says selected items automatically move to cart, which can be accessed from the cart feature. When on the shop screen, there should be a filter option with the given breakdown. Literature, which comprises of all reading materials. Media, which is made up of all media items ranging from audio to video items. paraphernalia, which includes actually t-shirts, artworks, pens, bags, and the likes. Visitors should be able to access the cart feature from here, which is the shop, by clicking on the icon, which must be shown at the top right corner of the shop screen, or click on the cart feature amongst the list of sub-menu items on the featured items screen. It must be brightly displayed to entice visitors. So that is it for the shop. And then the cart. Okay. So the story also reads as a registered visitor with a valid account, I will want to be able to make payment for items selected while shopping for prompt delivery. And then the acceptance criteria. When clicked on the cart feature or the cart icon, it should display item or list of items selected by the visitor together with each item's price. The total price must also be stated with any additional charge. There must be a click here for payment feature placed underneath the total price. Given a visitor is ready to make payment, when clicked, there should be a new pop-up box and a message that says log in by providing your username and password. Hence, only registered visitors from this point can proceed. There's also going to be the register button, which will redirect visitors without account to get registered. Registered visitors on the cart page can log in with their email addresses as their usernames and the secret passwords. When logged in successfully, a fresh page with list of payment options which will be displayed with an instruction or direction that says select your preferred method of payment in italics. The payment methods include Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Android Pay, and then Apple Pay. When selected, visitors may have to provide their special secured payment details to complete the transaction. When the process is complete, visitors will be asked to check their mails for details, as the rest of the process will be communicated. I'm supposed to, it's a typo error, sorted from the mail standpoint. So this is it for the cart as well, under the shop, the e-shop. And then the next thing I would want to talk about would be the contact us feature. Okay, so for the contact us, the Epic, the contact feature will provide visitors with information that can help reach the various branches to channel all forms of issues. And per Samuel's explanation, I will get rid of the acceptance criteria and make it additional information when we are through and I'm doing my corrections. So the additional information reads, this must be accessed by all visitors from the main home menu. And then my linked stories were three. The first one is contact details. Okay, so the contact details as a story also says, as a visitor, I want to be able to get access to contact details for all church branches so I can easily reach out at any given point in time. And then the acceptance criteria begins. When click on the contact us feature, at a glance, contact details for all branches beginning with the national headquarters should be made available in these formats: state name, special name, example, Holy Spirit Cathedral, post office box address, street address, email address, telephone numbers, and then helplines. There must be a filter on this screen which presents a drop-down list of all 16 states, and visitors can select to limit their search. Phone numbers and email addresses must be such that when clicked, given the visitor want to make a call or send an email, should open phone book to place the call, or opens mail app or software for the mail to be composed and sent. Details for each branch has been provided in the link task. So I gave examples. So far I've done 2 states. I did for Georgia. So this is the details for Georgia. So the state name and then the state capital, the special name, which is Holy Spirit Cathedral, into brackets, being the headquarters, the post office address, the street address as well, the church email address, which is kicc.church.atl, and then the telephone number. So this is the format for Georgia, and format and then details for Georgia.
Okay.
And it was same for Colorado as well. Yes. So the Colorado branch, the special name is Holy Waters, and then the box is 127, and then the street address, and then the email address is kicc.church.co, and then the telephone number as well. So, and then the next story is the social media handles. So the story also says, as a visitor, I want to be able to know all social media handles available so I can follow to be updated on all issues. And then the criteria starts. This must be accessible to all.
For that, before I forget, sometimes, some of these thoughts come in and I might forget to maybe share that with you. So for social media, people don't want to know, they want to connect, right? So you need to make sure that you have that kind of wording in your statement. So as a visitor, you want to be able to connect with the church, right?
Okay. That's makes it. The second one says the list of all social media platforms we currently operate are Facebook, Twitter, and then Instagram. The exact handles are KICC official for Facebook, KICC underscore international for Instagram, and then KICC underscore official underscore international for Twitter. This must be hyper such that given the customer would like to, the visitor taps on or clicks, they are automatically redirected to the respective pages. Redirecting to the exact social media handle should not exceed 50 seconds. This must be accessible on the same page as the contact details, but at the lower part of the page.
Okay.
So that's it for the social media handle. And then the messaging. Yes. So the messaging as a story also says, as a visitor, I want to be able to send um, a direct message, supposed to be direct messages from my website when making use from the website when making use of this feature. This can help get my message across faster and save time.
Was this requirement given by the stakeholder? Did I say anything about messaging, or you just thought about it and said if there's a messaging feature that is nice? Because the only thing I remember was prior request. That is the only way that the visitor or member can contact us.
Right. Yeah, for the messaging items of it, but the prayer request is also. I remember you give it as an entire epic. Yes. Okay. But then for the messaging, I thought since it's contact us, then I felt messaging should be a part of it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the first criteria, this must be accessible to all as a hyper message that says click here to send message on the same page as the contact details on the social media handle. And social media handle. When clicked or tapped on, it will open a new page that has direct links to WhatsApp, Telegram, and then iMessage. When visitors select the preferred channel, there should be an integration such that these external programs will open the message. The integration actually will help open those external apps. That's the point I was trying to make. Yeah, for the message to be delivered. Okay. And beneath the various links, as listed above, should be a broad whiteboard-like feature where direct message can also be typed and sent. Visitors stating their identity will not be necessary. There should also be a submit button at the end.
All right, so this is good enough. We have 10 minutes, and so Jeffrey, I'm going to give you just 10 minutes as well, and then we'll continue tomorrow as well. So Jeffrey, go ahead and share your screen, and then you will also take it off tomorrow. At least, I just want to make sure that some information, you have some information and some corrections, and you'll be able to follow, be able to share a little bit of what you've done, and get some feedback, and then correct some of the things so that by tomorrow and whatnot, we're ready to roll. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I have 5 epics in total.
Okay.
Yeah. And under the give feature, okay. I've already talked about this in the last time, so let me start from the bottom. So in my resource epic, I have 6 stories, and one being Bible Study Center. And under that, I wrote, oh darn. Please, can I ask a question? Quick question. Mm-hmm. If I borrowed someone's PC to be able to do my work, but then it looks like I don't have what I put there here. Is there an issue between the syncing between a PC and a phone?
No. No, you shouldn't have a problem. If it was saved, if your work was saved, then it should be here.
Oh, good. I spent the whole night on this thing. It's not sure when. I have them all written down in a Word document, and I just copied and I pasted, and I made sure I saved it before I returned the PC. Could you kindly please let someone else do it? I'll do it another time.
Okay. Is it the same case for all the other epics, or is it just for this one?
That's what I'm trying to find out. I think it's the same cutting across. The ones I have is the old one you talked about that I should work on them, which I did. I'm very sorry.
Okay. Eben, go ahead.
Hello, please, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I have this. Can you all see? I have 5 epics. That's the give feature, the media center, prayer request, e-store, resource center, location. Yeah. So I'll start with the first one, which is the give feature. Under that, I have the offering. Okay. So it says that as a church member, I want the ability to pay my offering so that I can fulfill my commitment to God. And then we come down to look at the acceptance criteria. It says that given that I am a registered member of the church, I can make payments on the church website. When I select the give button on the church website, then I should see a pop-up window where I can select the type of gift I want to make, such as offering, tithing, Africa, water projects, Latin America, shelter for the deprived. Then the fourth one says preset amount of $5, $20, $50, or $100, and a custom field to enter the offering of choice. The preferred method of payments are going to be the Visa or MasterCard, PayPal, Zelle, Apple Pay, Android Pay, and then Cash App to the number 800 777 4444. Says after entering the required details, there should be a submit button to confirm payment request. Payment confirmation should not take more than 10 seconds. After payment is confirmed, a pop-up window with a message, "Thank you for your contribution," should be seen. Where there are errors with the amount entered or payment method selected, there should be a highlight of where the error is. That if the error persists after following the details highlighted, a contact administrator option should pop up with the ability to type a message in the text box or call the displayed number for further assistance. That there should be a live chat pop window to enable members to get immediate assistance where possible. It's an FAQ section with common issues and suggested solutions to be available on the pop window section. Because there should also be a language section with the option of selecting the preferred language of choice. These shall include Mandarin Chinese, English, Hindustani, Spanish, Arabic, Malay, Russian, and then Bengali. There's, for members who would like to mail in their contributions, it can be forwarded to Spirit Church Headquarters, 221 First High Street, with zip code 30022. After all processes are completed, A receipt should be generated with the options of downloading the receipt or sent to the email address. Payment confirmation should be sent to the requested emails of members with a message, "Thank you for supporting God's work." So this is the acceptance criteria under the offering. We'll look at that for so we'll look at that for tithing also. So with what I did, basically the procedures are the same with a little changes here and there depending on the story. So it says, as a church member, I want the ability to pay my tithe so that I can fulfill my commitment to God. The acceptance criteria follows the same pattern, where you have that given that I'm a registered member of the church, I can make my payments on the church website. When I select the give button on the church website, then I should see a pop-up window where I can select the type of give I want to make. So this time around, you would select the tithing. You proceed to choose the amount you want, or enter if your amount is not found in the custom field, you choose the preferred method of payment, and then the rest of the processes follows, where after entering the required details, there should be a submit button. Payment confirmation should not take more than 10 seconds. And then where there are errors with the amount or the payment method selected, there should be a highlight of where the error is. And then we proceed to, if the errors persist after following the details highlighted, the contact administrator option should pop up with the ability to type a message in the text box or call the displayed number for further assistance. Please, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And then I proceed to where there should be a live chat pop-up window to enable members to get immediate assistance. And we have the language options over here. I'm speeding up because of the time. And then we also have for those who want to mail in, they can use the Spirit Church address. And so that is it for the tithing. I'll pick a different epic, so I will look at that. Okay, great. So yeah, we can look at media center. So under media center, I have 3 stories. That's the live service, all services in scheduled time, and then catalog of past services. So we'll look at the live service. Now under live service, we have as a member of the church, I want the ability to join live service feeds to perform my Christian act of worship. The acceptance criteria here is that given that I select media center on the church website, when I select live services, then I should be able to see all live services available and join the service of choice. There should be a brief description under each live service feed stating the following: officiating minister, topic of the service, church branch for service conducted, stipulated time duration for the service. The first one says, as a member, I should be able to select the type of the service type based on language of service conducted. This will be available on the translator section where a member can choose from the following. So for the Epic Media Center, there'll be a section where for those that English is not their first language, they can choose from the drop-down window that will have at least the top 8 languages that are common in the world. And then I proceeded, a member can have access to a comments window where messages can be posted as services ongoing. So this will be an added feature. So as one has joined the live feed, he can comment and then it would flow with the live feed where other people who have joined online can also see it. There'll be a live chat section for members who want to make inquiries with regards to something they've seen as the service is progressing. Members should be able to set reminders for other live events that have not yet begun. Notifications can be sent to requested emails or in the form of a text message where charges may apply depending on network provider. It says members should be able to send in a request to have live service downloadable links sent to their mails. It says members should be able to switch between live service by selecting available live services to do so. And from the live service, they should also have access to all services and schedule times, watch and replay catalog of services, and ability to set catalog services by dates. So this will be for the acceptance criteria under media center with under the story live service.
Okay, so we will look at the rest of the stories tomorrow. Keep revising and keep updating whatever that you're supposed to update that you didn't finish. And then tomorrow, we'll kick off with that. So tomorrow, we will take the rest of the stories that you've done for each of those epics, and then we ensure that we're able to bring like a closure. We're able to bring a closure on this stuff. So now, I hope tomorrow we're able to get yourself, and then Jeffrey, you can do yours as well tomorrow, and then maybe the next day, James and then Bernice, and then at least for us to get somewhere with this, and then we can go ahead. As much as I want to run, I also want to ensure that there is quality in your work, right? So there's a need for me to take time and review your story structures, your story qualities, and the technical nature, the structures that you guys are writing the stories with, so that I'll be confident that I'll be assured and be guaranteed that whatever something is assigned to you, yes, you'll be able to deliver. I want to run. As a matter of fact, today I wanted to start the banking features and give you guys the banking stuff, which maybe tomorrow before maybe 10 minutes to the hour, 7 a.m. my time, I will dedicate the 10 minutes and then give you guys the requirement, so that as you guys still revise the old project, for those of you who've already done, like Kofi, you can start working on your banking project as well, right? So that you don't just stay for the next 2 to 3 days and do nothing, right? I just want us to keep the momentum going. So watch out for that. All right, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye guys.